Hey, everybody out in TV land on YouTube. This is Brian Coltrane, and the Roswell Coyotes and the Hobbs Lady Eagles are getting ready to play. Got about a 20-minute warm up, and we'll join you live right after the warm up concludes. And we will have this game for you today here from Tasker Arena. We're back with you in about 20 minutes. Welcome one, welcome all to Tasker Arena. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Roswell Coyotes getting ready to tangle it up here for the district game. Coming into the game, the Hobbs Lady Eagles 12-8, 3-0 overall in district. They have swept district play, and they're currently riding an 8-game win streak. Last loss was all the way back on September 25th. Roswell 7-13 on the season. They are 1-2 in district play. They've already faced each other once in district play, and Roswell was defeated by the Lady Eagles 3-0, 3 games to nothing. Last game, Roswell's won. They did beat Lovington 3-0. Starters on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Ready to roll here. As Roswell still in the huddle, waiting last-second instructions. Lady Eagles really have come on as of late. They really found themselves with that 8-game win streak, and considering they're 12-8 on the season, it tells you what the record was when they started winning these games. To go from 4-8 to 12-8 is a nice little feat. Roswell will serve to start here, and we're underway. Dug out by Cantu. Gutierrez pops it up, and it's going to be sent over the net. Roswell on the counterattack, right-handed up, dug out by Anthony, back to the Roswell side. Short set. This will come off of the hands at the net, and that'll be a point for Roswell to start it up. Roswell up 1-0 here in the first game. Here's the serve, right hands it over, dug out underneath. On the attack, Anthony is going to send it over. Dugout, it's going to be sent back. Cantu runs it down. Gutierrez sets. Here's a big hit from the far side, and it's going to be dug out by Roswell. Here's another attack, and that one's not going to be dug out as it's hammered down. The Kilotron gets her first of the game, and it's tied at 1-1. Nia Joseph absolutely been a beast during this 8-game win streak. Here's a serve from Cantu with the right hand. Dug out by Roswell, set by Holloway. And that one's going to be set too far. They can't handle it. And Roswell gives up a point. Cantu on the far side. Spins. Sends it over. And then we got a rotation error on Roswell. Coach asking what's wrong, and she explains why they're out of rotation. Cantu serves again. Roswell handles. Set backside. That one's going to be hit long, and it's quickly 4-1 here. Cantu on a roll. 4 service winners here in a row. Right hands it over again. Roswell digs it out deep into the rafters. They're just going to have to send it over. Sandoval does that. Gutierrez sets it up at the net. And that is going to be a point again as Nia Joseph with the right hand hammers it down. It's 5-1. Cantu back off the line. She tosses. She knocks it over. Roswell digs. Holloway sets, and that's going to be a big spike at the net by Sandoval, Victoria Sandoval, and Roswell counters. Samadio to serve. Here's Gutierrez with the set. It's going to go back to Anthony. Anthony with a big hit. Roswell digs it. At the net, blocked. We give it to Souter. Now it's going to be over to Joseph, who's going to push it over. Roswell sets backside. Backside attack. Blocked at the net. Souter and Gutierrez go up there and slap it down. And Hobbs picks up another point and will get to serve. Gutierrez doing the duties here. Gutierrez with the right hand. She spins it up and fires. Deep half Roswell. They handle. They're going to do a back half hit. And that one's going to get by Cantu. She just misses that one. And that makes it 6-3. Sandoval to serve here for Roswell. With the right hand, sends it over. Cantu digs. Here's Gutierrez. Back sets for Joseph. She touches it down, dug out. And they're going to get her into the net. That's going to be Roswell getting into the net. And that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles, and Joseph gets to serve. And Joseph's on with that serve. It is a big serve, too. Joseph and Anthony, powerful serves. Joseph's right hand. Roswell can't handle. That's a service winner, and it's 8-3. Joseph with another opportunity. Sends it over. Actually, she does not send it over. This one's into the net. Service error, and it's 8-4. Doubled up Roswell early here. Roswell attempted to make a sub. A little confusion on the floor. And to do the serving, Sadahi Morales. Morales on the back line. Rolls up. Fires the right hand deep. Handled by Joseph. Gutierrez sets it up. She's got Anthony, and she's going to hit it long. Point for Roswell there. Morales again to serve. Morales to the right hand. Off the net and falls down. That's a service winner. Sometimes you have them just fall like that. Morales again, third opportunity. Right hands into the hands of Cantu. Gutierrez back sets Joseph, who sends it over. All they can do is send it back to the Hobbs side. Here's something for Anthony. She goes with the left hand on spike that time. Very athletic there. Roswell handles, dug out by Gutierrez. Here's Joseph. Back sets Anthony. She sends it over on a run. Far side. It's going to be an attack by Grajeda. Grajeda has it dug out on the Hobbs side. Anthony digs it. Anthony attacks it. They're going to have to push over. Gutierrez has it. Cantu's going to set. She's got Anthony. Anthony on the attack. There it is. Wisdom Anthony. Nine 9-6 Hobbs here early. First game action. Souter pushes it over with the right hand. Here's the counterattack coming from Roswell. Short set at the net. Attacked by number 17, Caitlin Olguin. And Olguin gets the kill, pushing it over, and Hobbs puts it out of bounds. Raylan Holloway. Nice serve there. Hobbs has to push it over to the Roswell side. Roswell on the counter, sends it long. Hobbs has the control. Cunningham to serve here for the Lady Eagles. Right hands it over. Roswell, far side set, blocked at the net. Anthony digs out. Pushed over by David and David, and Hobbs with another point. Cunningham with an ace. Not a Roswell player got to that one. It's now 12-7 Hobbs. Timeout on the floor. They want to talk it over. We'll be back in 1 minute on YouTube.com. Welcome back to Tasker Arena. 12-7 your first game score. Lady Eagles still serving here. Roswell calling a timeout, trying to shake things up. Kendall Cunningham back to the serving duties for the Lady Eagles. Right hands it over, and that one's going to be wide, and that'll be a point for Roswell. Malia Dunlao serving. She's the libero, and they're going to have a problem. Rotation error on Hobbs. That's a point for Roswell. Right-handed serve over, dug out by Cantu, but this one goes into the stands. Jimenez on her horse, can't get it. And Roswell pulls back within 2. Right-handed over by Dumlao. Sadahi Gutierrez sets it. Here is Wisdom Anthony. And Anthony with the right-hand hammer. I think she put a dent in the floor. Anthony now serving. Fires it over deep. This one's just wide. A point for Roswell. Happy to say the Hobbs soccer team is going to be in action this Saturday. I think Ty Friend will have the action in those games. Playing at 1 and 3 o'clock, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, as Hobbs gets a winner there. 14-11 your score here. Cantu to serve. Cantu with the right hand. Dug out on the Roswell side. Holloway. She sets it backside, blocked at the net. Roswell has to attack again. This one into the net as Sandoval can't push it over, and Hobbs now leads 15-11. Cantu all the way in the baseline. Sails it onto the Roswell half. Holloway sets it backside, dug out by Cantu, pushed over. Hobbs attacks deep. Holloway again with the set. Right-handed hit wide. And Eagles pick up another point, 16-11. Here's Cantu. That one's going to be just a bit outside the line. 16-12 your score. Service into the net for Roswell. Lady Eagles lead 17-12. Sadahi Gutierrez. Right hands it. Set at the net. Short set Holloway. Blocked. Push over by Cunningham. Roswell back on the attack. Sent deep. Cantu can't quite handle. And it's 17-13. That one's going to be just outside the line. A deep serve does not fall. 18-13 Hobbs. Joseph with the right hand over. That one's going to fall in. Boy, they watched that one like it was going to sail wide, and that just landed just inside the line. 19-13. Hobbs with a nice 6-point lead here late in the first game with Joseph's second attempt. Going to be dug out by Roswell. Far side attack into the net. Another Lady Eagle point. Timeout on the floor. Roswell wants to talk it over. We'll be back in 1 minute on YouTube.com. Welcome back. Hobbs to serve here. Joseph still doing the duties. A big right-handed serve. Roswell can't do anything with it. Comes back over to the Hobbs side. Attack from Cunningham far. Dug out by Roswell. Set back ahead. Pushed over by Olguin. Here's Gutierrez. She's going to send it over to Anthony. Anthony right-hands it. It's going to be on the line, but not called in. That'll be a point for Roswell. (20 to 14), 6-point lead for Hobbs. Roswell to serve. There's Morales. Joseph handles. Here's Gutierrez. Goes to Anthony. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, she put some smoke on that one. (21-14). Hobbs leading here early. Right hand from Souter. Roswell sends over. Dug out. Back set attack from Anaya Joseph, just long. Roswell gets the point. But I hand on a serve for Roswell. Handled by Anthony. Here's Cantu. Sent over. Tack backside. Roswell digs. Right hand that attacks from the far side. Dug out by Joseph. Here's Gutierrez. Sent over by Anthony. Just wide. Another point there for Roswell, 21-16. Roswell serving off the back line. Kunahana sends it. Joseph deals. Cunningham puts it into the net. 21-17. Well-placed timeout by Roswell. They've now ran off 4 straight. Right-handed over. Anthony sends that back to the wall on the backside. And they got control of this game. They seem to relax a bit now. Let Roswell back into it. Orjeda's still serving. Joseph gets Yedes over to Anthony. Anthony pushes. Roswell on the counter. Blocked at the net and onto the floor. And that'll be a point for Hobbs. 22-18, and here's Cunningham. Cunningham pushes it over. DeVete at the net. She's just going to pop that right back down on the return. Another point for the Lady Eagles, and it's 23-18. Cunningham still serving. Sends it deep. Roswell to Olguin. Olguin pushes. Dug out. And Wisdom Anthony, nice athletic play. Gets up, sees where they're not, and puts the ball down. Some people can put smoke on it and kill it, and some people can touch it. Anthony can do both. Here's Cunningham. That one's going to sail long. It's going to give Roswell new life here. 24-19, Roswell to serve. Libero Malia Dumlau doing the serving duties here. Service at the net, pushed over by Gutierrez. Holloway, backside attack, blocked at the net, but down it goes on the Hobbs side, and it's 24-20. Dumlau again with the right hand. Cantu to Gutierrez, pushed over by Anthony. Far side set, Rajeda in the attack, and that one's going to fall down, and it's 24-21. Roswell holding on. They're just not going away here early. Dumlau pushes it over again. Attack at the net, hammered down. Roswell within 2. It's 24-22. Timeout on the floor. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball on YouTube.com. Welcome back, 24-22. Hobbs leads in game one. Malia Delao serving for Roswell. Jimenez digs it out. Gets Hedis, sets Anthony. She floats and falls down, and it's going to miss. Falls down just wide. 24-23. Roswell's climbed back into this. Cantu to Gutierrez. Sets it to Joseph. Dug out by Roswell. Roswell's going to have to send it over. Hobbs will have an opportunity here. Cantu. Gutierrez, far side Anthony. Anthony floats, pushes it down. And that is a point for the Lady Eagles, and that's game one. 25-23, your final in game one. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to the Lady Eagles on YouTube.com. Welcome back. Game two action. Getting ready to start. Hobbs Lady Eagles will get to serve here. And Wisdom Anthony earns the right to do that, standing on the baseline, awaiting play to start. Roswell holding up things a little bit, trying to get on the court. And after about 10-15 high fives, they're ready to go. Hobbs riding an 8-game winning streak, trying to make it 9 tonight. And here's Anthony's first serve, and that one's going to be into the net. That's a Roswell point. Here's number 5 from Roswell, Mariah Samadio. She's going to send it over. 2 minutes to get Titas. To Joseph. Joseph pushes it down into the rafters. Roswell can't figure that one out, and that's a Hobbs point. Cantu serving. Rolls it up on the right hand, sends it over. At the net, back and forth, push down. Gutierrez gets the kill. As Gutierrez at the net, the benefactor of Roswell being unable to handle. Cantu serving again with a 2-1 lead. Right hands it, dug out. Back sets. Big hit. Cantu runs it down. Gutierrez sends it up. Here's Joseph. That one's going to be into the net, but roll onto the Roswell side. Another point there for the Lady Eagles. 3-1 here into the second game. Cantu serve dug out off the floor. That'll be a service ace as it's not able to be handled by Mariah Samadio. Cantu with a nice run here. 4 straight serves that have turned into points. Right hands it over. This one deep. Dumoulin hands it. Pushed over, and Cantu on her horse dives for it. She lays out, unable to get there. Good effort there from Cantu. 4-2. Roswell picks up the point. Here's a service. It's going to be off of Jimenez. Cantu runs down, but into the net as Anthony can't get it over. Roswell serving, trailing 4-3. Holloway into the net. Check that. That was Sandoval. Either way, at Hobbs point. Gets hit as the setter. She's over there with the right hand. Steps up and fires. Roswell digs out, back set. Gets hit as gets it. Cantu sets Joseph on the run. Bad angle. Joseph finds a way to get a good attack out of it. Here's Grajeda, dug out by Joseph. Or excuse me, that's dug out by Wisdom Anthony. Set for Joseph, and Joseph hammers it down for the kill. Don't call her Kilotron for nothing. Gutierrez scoots over a little bit, 3 feet to the left, and now sends the serve over. That one's going to be pushed down. A nice play at the net by Joseph. They were just trying to dig it out, and Joseph says, we're going to end this right now. 7-3, Hobbs. Gutierrez still serving. Sadahi puts it over. Back set. Backset attack dug out by Gutierrez. Cantu runs it down on the pass. Pushed over. Here's Roswell set for Olguin at the net. Olguin hammers one down. Sadahi Morales to serve for Roswell. Hobbs leading 7-4. Pushed at the net. Cantu now setting up Joseph. Joseph with the hammer. Ain't nobody getting that one. Nia Joseph with a big hit. Off the back line, here comes Joseph to deal. Fires it with the right hand. Roswell on the run. Olguin. And Olguin going to hammer it with the right hand. Finds the back line. Point for Roswell. Grajeda to serve. Cantu decided he gets hit. Pushed over by Anthony. Holloway sets it up backside. Hobbs deals. Anthony again on the floater. She knew where to put it. And it's 9-5. Here's Hannah Souter. Souter sends it over. Holloway at the net. And Holloway just pushes it a nice little feint right there. 9-6. Dumlao, who had all those points off of her serve, she's pushing it over. Here's Gutierrez. Joseph on the attack. Just check that. That was David. Blocked at the net, but off of a Hobbs Eagle. That's a point for Roswell, and it's 9-7. Dumlau. Dugout. Here's Gutierrez. Goes to Anthony. Anthony with a big hit. Roswell finds a way. But they can't run it down on the pass. 10-7. Hobbs gets the point and gets to serve. Cunningham going to do the serving duties here for the Lady Eagles. Steps up, floats, hammers. And that one's going to be long. A point for Roswell. 10-8 your score on the board. Service by Holloway. Cantu digs. Back set. And that one's David on the back set. David showing some athleticism there. Big hit there from her. Here's Wisdom Anthony. With a 3-point lead, Anthony Dumlau digs. Set up the middle. He blocked, but it's going to be put off of the hands of a Hobbs Lady Eagle, and they're not going to be able to run that down. 11-9, Roswell to serve. Cantu to Gutierrez. Gutierrez pushes it down. Lady Eagles get it right back. Cantu to serve. Cantu floats, pushes it over. Roswell blocked at the net. Souter digs out. Cantu goes to Joseph, blocked at the net. But it doesn't fall. And you place close to the Roswell side. So that's a point for the Lady Eagles off of the Roswell blockers. Here's Cantu again. Nice push. Dumlau gets a set. And they're going to push that to the back line. They knew where Hobbs had rotated on that play. That was a smart play from Roswell. 13-10 your score. Lady Eagles lead. Roswell on the attack. Jimenez to Sadahi gets hit as Joseph. Roswell's just going to have to push over. Hobbs will have a good chance. Olguin, she ends up saving it at the net, and on the attack, Roswell ends up at the point as they put it into the net, and it rolls onto the Hobbs side. 13-11 your score. Hobbs leads now. Roswell serves. Here's Sandoval. That one's going to be long. Gutierrez setting up for her serve here with a 3-point lead. Off the back line, dugout Roswell. Back line attack. Into the net. Nothing doing there. That's a Hobbs point. $15-11 here. Gutierrez trying to get a run going. Dugout, they're going to have a backside attack. Cantu digs. Gutierrez is going to set Joseph on the fly. Joseph has to push over. Olguin pushes the backside. Cantu tries to get out there for it. She can't quite get there. Service to Cantu. Gutierrez to Joseph. Joseph. Nobody's handling that one. 16-12. And here's the Kilotron. Nia Joseph to serve. Joseph, nice serve in the backside. At the net, Souter pushes over. Backside attack, Roswell. Dug out by Joseph. Cantu has to go diving for it onto the floor. And that should be a point for Hobbs because that came from the Roswell side. I think they missed that one. That ball floated over. Hit on the a little confusion on the floor. They're figuring it out. Roswell having problems with the rotation. 16-13, Hobbs leads. And that one's long. Rejeda's service not near the end line. 17-13, Hobbs. Souter to serve. Attack long from the Roswell side. Souter gets another opportunity, up 18-13. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Lady Eagles Volleyball on YouTube.com. Welcome back to Tasker Arena. Souter to serve, leading 18-13 for the Lady Eagles in Game 2. They won Game 1. Roswell digs out. Holloway sets over the backside, blocked at the net. And that one's going to be a Roswell point off of a Hobbs touch. 18-14, and Malia Dumlao to serve here for Roswell. Right-handed over. Gutierrez. She's going to get a push there from David. That's a point for the Lady Eagles. David did a good job controlling her body. She almost went under the net. Lady Eagles up 19-14. 5-point lead. Serves over. Lady Eagles going to touch it down. Roswell digs out. Attack from the Roswell side. Joseph digs into the net, but man, what athleticism to even get to that. Nice try there by Joseph. Roswell serving. Down 4. Jimenez sends it over. Hobbs can't deal on the counterattack, and that's a point for Roswell. Roswell pushes into the Hobbs half. Hobbs has to push it over to Roswell's side. Roswell on the counterattack. Dug out by Joseph. Gets hit is. Sends to Joseph with a big hit from the backside. Attack. Push down. Lady Eagles all over this. Another push down. And I tell you what, Gutierrez did a great job going up and getting a couple of those at the net. Wisdom Anthony standing on the back line. She's going to step, fire it over with the right hand. Holloway, short sets, blocked at the net, pushed over by Gutierrez. Roswell, backside attack. This one comes from Casey, right side. And that's going to be Anaya Joseph with the right hand kill. Lady Eagles up 21-16. Nice 5-point lead here late in the second game. Here's Anthony. Floats it, sends it over. It's at the net. Far side set. That one's going to be out. Did it come off of a Hobbs Lady Eagle? I'm betting it did. That's a point for Roswell. Roswell to serve. Here's Gutierrez. Going to have it sent over by Joseph. Holloway sets. Roswell doesn't get their attack in line. Comes to the net. Gutierrez pushes over. Dug out by Roswell. Backside attack. Here's Casey into the net. It's 22-17. Cantu rolls, fires. This one's going to be deep, handled by Dumlao. Here's Casey, dug out by Cantu. Under the net goes Joseph, and that one will end that rally. 22-18, Hobbs over Roswell. Wolgeen back onto the floor. Dumlao will sit. Roswell. Handled by Jimenez. Gutierrez goes to Joseph. Big hit from Joseph. Gutierrez sets Joseph again. Another hammer from Joseph. Roswell deals a second time. Roswell on the back attack. Here's Souter sets Joseph on a third hit. Roswell there again. Backside set for Casey. Blocked at the net. And that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles on what was quite a rally between both teams. Good play. That's some good volleyball right there. Gutierrez to serve here, up 23-18. Gutierrez the right hand, dug out by Roswell. Sets to the back line. Attack, dug out by Gutierrez at the net. Roswell has it. Attack from Casey, dug out by Joseph. Or check that, Anthony. Now here's Joseph. This one's into the stands. Or excuse me, the rafters. And Joseph gets a nice little touch point there. She comes up and right hands it over. Beautiful feint there from Joseph. Hobbs 1 point away from taking game 2. Not going to get it on this one as the serve goes into the net. Roswell to serve here. They're trailing 24-19. Here's Cantu to Gutierrez. Gutierrez backside to Joseph, and just like that, this game's over. Line judge called it in. The judges in the stands calls it out. So this one ain't over. It's 24-20. Here's a service from Roswell. Cantu. Gutierrez sends to Joseph, and Joseph sends it wide. 24-21. Second game in a row. It looks like Hobbs blowing a big lead here, letting them have a chance at the end. Olguin gets it far side. Attack's going to be blocked at the net. Here's Roswell. They're countering off the back line. Olguin digs out. Holloway sends it back to Olguin. Handled by Wisdom Anthony. Nice running save there by Gutierrez. Anthony with another one. This one's going to fall short, but what a save there by both Anthony and Gutierrez, who ran it down. 24-22. Hobbs needing 1 point here to finish this. Here's Gutierrez. She's going to go to Joseph. Joseph with the right hand. That one's going to end it. It's 25-22 in game 2. Hobbs with a 2-0 game lead. We'll be back in 3 minutes on YouTube.com. Welcome back to Tasker Arena, Game 3. Hobbs took Game 1, 25-23, and Game 2, 25-22. And Roswell to start Game 3 here with the serve. They do so. Dug out by the Hobbs side. Hobbs on the attack. That one's going to be out of bounds, overruled again, and that'll be a point for Roswell. Now some discussion from the referees. They're trying to figure this thing out. One called in, one called out. The third referee is coming over saying, hey, are you sure? Yep, they're calling that one out. 1-0 Roswell. Roswell to serve again. Steps up, fires, right hands it over. Cantu digs it out. Set at the net by Gets It Is and hammered down. Anaya Joseph, the Kilotron with the right hand, puts it on the floor, and that ties it up at 1 apiece. Here's Cantu with the right hand. That one's going to hit the net and fall. And that'll be a point. And it's 2-1. And Cantu comes up. She's going to let that one hit the floor. She gets a retry. Cantu's retry sails in. Dug out by Roswell. Backside set for Casey. Cantu handles. Gutierrez to Joseph. Joseph feints it over. Bumped up by Dumlao. Attack over on the far side. That's going to be off of Gutierrez's hands. And that'll be a point for Roswell. 2-2 your score here early. Roswell on the attack with the serve. Joseph handles, back set for Joseph. She runs it off the line, and that'll be a point as Kilotron gets another one. Three-2 your score. Sanahi Gutierrez with the right hand floater. Puts it over. Here's Roswell on the counterattack. Cantu with a nice save. Here's Joseph. Dug out by Roswell. Right hands it over. Gutierrez. Cantu. Sets up Anthony. And this one's going to fall in. Wisdom Anthony with a nice attack. She put it where it ain't. And makes it 4-2. Gutierrez to serve here for Hobbs. Right hands it into the Roswell half. That's not handled by Roswell. And that is a point for the Lady Eagles. Here's Gutierrez. Roswell's just going to have to bump it over. Cantu to Gutierrez. Short set, Cunningham. Cunningham puts it into the heart of the defense, 6-2. Timeout on the floor. Roswell thinking they need to talk about this thing early. We'll be back in 1 minute on the YouTube network for Hobbs Lady Eagles volleyball team. Welcome back to Tasker Arena. 6-2 here in Game 3. Hobbs leads, and they've also got the game lead, winning the first one and the second one. Roswell's going to try to set it up on the back line. Attack's going to be dug out by Joseph. There's Gutierrez, and Joseph gets it back on the run. And that'll be another Hobbs point, 7-2. There's a little rally going here for the Lady Eagles. Gutierrez floats the pelota up and sends it over. Roswell has it blocked at the net. Anaya Joseph with the right hand. Good job there by Joseph. 8-2 now. Gutierrez sails the orb up and pushes it over with the right hand. Attack from Roswell. It's a feint dug out by Wisdom Anthony. Backside attack. Here's Casey at the net. Nothing doing. They're not going to be able to stop that one. And Roswell stops the bleeding. Roswell to serve. Victoria Sandoval launches the sphere onto the Hobbs side. Here's an attack from Joseph on the counter. Right hands it down, and it's 9-3. Nia Joseph doing the serving duties. Launches the ball over with the right hand. And this one's going to be an ace called in, and it looks like the referee agrees with that one. Joseph with another opportunity, leading by 7 here early in the third, and this one's going to be into the net. Sadi Morales to do the serving duties for Roswell. Morales launches it long. That's going to be out. That'll be a Hobbs point. 11-4 Hobbs here. Hannah Sauer floats it, sends it. Attack dug out by Joseph. Sauer goes flying into the stands. She may be injured. She pops up quick. 11-5. Roswell on the attack. And this one's going to fall in. Nothing doing. Nobody there to stop that one. 11-6 your score. Roswell sends it. Right hand over. That one's going to be like a pinball going off of several Roswell Coyotes. And it's now 12-6. Here's Hobbs on the serve. Roswell on the counter, blocked at the net, pushed over. Dug out Roswell. Here's Casey. Dug out by Anthony. Gets hit as she's looking for Anthony again. Anthony floats it, gets under the net, and that's a point for Roswell. Tosses the spheroid up and sends it over, does Malia Dulau. And that's going to be like 5 hits over there on the Roswell side. That's another point from Lady Eagles. 13-7. Lady Eagles earn the serving duties back. Lady Eagles toss the pill, send it over. Here's Roswell. Pushed over by David at the net. Roswell on the counter. Backside blocked by David. And Lady Eagles dive down for it. Can't quite get there. Roswell's point is 13-8. Raylan Holloway doing the serving for the Lady Coyotes. Right hands it. Cantu digs. Sadahi gets hit. It's over to Joseph. Joseph pounds one. Roswell handles. Roswell on the counter. This one's long. Cantu runs it down. Gets hit. It's back to Joseph. Nobody's getting that one. Joseph with another kill. It's 14-8. Lady Eagles looking to run the table in district. See what kind of seed they can get for the district playoffs. Hoping to host a game. Lady Eagles right-handed up by Cantu. Nothing doing. That one's into the net, and it's 14-9. Service coming from Roswell. Handled at the net. Gutierrez pushes over. Roswell on the counterattack. Cantu tries to get that one way out of her way. And it's 14-10. Mariah Samadio doing the serving. Tosses the pill and goes into the net with it. That was a point for the Lady Eagles, making it 15-10. Lady Eagles trying to finish this one out. Won the first two games. So a 5-point lead here, middle of the game. Sadahi gets hit. It goes up for Joseph, and Joseph gets another one. Kilotron. Gets Yetis to serve here for the Lady Eagles. 16-10, she pushes it over. Roswell trying to handle the ovoid. Here's Anthony, gets Yetis to Joseph. Joseph puts it right on the line. Joseph with a big hit. 17-10. Timeout on the floor. Roswell once again needs a break, and it's a 1-minute break at that. We'll be back on the YouTube Hobbs Lady Eagle Network. Welcome back, 17-10, your score. Gutierrez still doing the serving duties for the Lady Eagles here. Gutierrez tosses the pill, sends it with the right hand, and that one doesn't get over. Not enough mustard on that hot dog right there. 17-11, your score. Roswell serving back. Here's Sandoval, dug out by Anthony. Gutierrez, she's going to go up for Joseph. And Joseph gets another one. Hobbs looking to go 4-0 in district. 2 games left in the district schedule after this one. It was Clovis and Carlsbad. Roswell handles to Olguin, and this one's going to be blocked at the net, but unfortunately it's on the Hobbs side. Sadahi Morales doing the serving duties for Roswell. She steps up, tosses it over. Cantu handles. Here's gets hit. Goes to Wisdom Anthony, and woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Anthony puts a lot on that one. 19-12. Souter. Handled by Olguin. Backside hit at the net. Cunningham tries to go down and save it and can't do it. Nice effort there on the Hobbs part, but unfortunately a point for Roswell. 19-13. Lady Eagles up on Roswell. Roswell serve handled by Anthony. Joseph gets it. Going to bounce off the net and in. Hobbs gets a point off of that one, and it's 20-13. Hobbs serving. Into the net it goes and makes it 20-14. Jumlao sends it over to Cantu. Cantu gets hit us, back sets it for Joseph. She has to push it over. On the Hobbs half, Jimenez chases it down again. Another Joseph pushover. This one's going to be on the line. They're going to call it out again. Line judge calls all of those in. The referees call them out. 20-15. Big set right there, and that one's going to be knocked down by Wisdom Anthony. Big hit there. It's 21-15. Rolls up, pushes that one into the net. Another point for Roswell on the service error. Roswell to serve. Holloway pushes over. Cantu digs it out at the net. Pushed over. And Hobbs ends up getting a point on that one as Cantu smartly pushed it to the back half. Roswell has to run it down. Nobody's there to chase down the second hit. 22-16. Cantu's right hand on the floor. Set up for Grajeda. She's going to push it down. Check that. That was Casey. 22-17 here late in the third. Big hit there. Hobbs comes down. Anthony. Ain't nobody there on that one. 23-17. Hobbs looking to improve to 13-8 on the season. Got one game left in the district schedule if I'm seeing it right. Let me check. Maybe it's two. Roswell counters there, gets a point off of the hands of Cantu. Roswell trailing 23-18 with the serve. Morales' serve handled by Anthony. Here's Joseph. She has to push it over. Fight at the net. Olguin has it, and she puts it down. Yep, 2 games left on the schedule here for the Lady Eagles. They play Clovis on the 28th. That's this Thursday. Turn around following Tuesday and play Carlsbad. As Roswell's service goes into the net. 24-19, chance to win it here. Carlsbad is the last game of the season, and it's a home game before we get the playoffs underway. Here's Joseph's serve. Chance to finish the game off. Olguin has it blocked at the net. Roswell punches over again. Ball's down. Gets Yedes. Looks for Anthony. She floats it. Nothing doing. Olguin blocked at the net. Once again up. Pushed over on the Hobbs side. Cantu digs. Gets Yedes. Back to Anthony with the big hammer, and it's over. 25-19 as Anthony pushes it down. Your final, 25-23, 25-22, 25-19. Hobbs wins in 3. 9-game winning streak now for the Lady Eagles, who improved to 13-8 on the season, 4-0 in district. Roswell falls to 7-14 and 1-3 in district, and loses all 6 games played against the Lady Eagles this year. Lady Eagles in action again on the road in Clovis on Thursday before returning home on Tuesday for the final home game and senior night against Carlsbad. Lady Eagles trying to run through district before the playoffs and seemingly doing so well. That'll be it for the broadcast tonight. I appreciate you joining us. Coach Brian Coltrane, good nights.